It is 12:02. Call this meeting to order. Commissioner Holbrook, you please open us in prayer?
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, God, we come to you today with gratitude for the privilege of serving our community. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we conduct the work of this fiscal court. May our decisions be marked with respect and fairness and clarity. Help us listen well, speak thoroughly and thoughtfully, and seek the common good above personal interest. Bless this county, our partnering cities and leaders, and all the citizens. Grant us the courage to make decisions that are just and the compassion to remember those in need. And God, as schools have started, we just ask your blessing and safety upon our students and staffs and faculty and all the leadership that are investing their lives and influence on our kids. Bless this day in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Brother Hensley, please open us. Pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Mike.
My country is something.
Good job, Bill. Clerk, you please call roll.
Judge Cheney.
Here.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Here.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Here.
Mr. Stapleton.
Here.
Approval of minutes for July 8th. Can get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, you please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, move to the finance section. Approval of submitted bills and transfers. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is county clerk accounts. There's two accounts. Be moving to, where are we moving to? Members' Choice Credit Union. These are accounts that control from the clerk's office. Get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next, you'll see Westwood Fire Department need to remove that. That's already been taken care of. That was a pay app request for the renovation that they're doing at the fire department in Westwood. Next, we'll move to the general section. We have highway safety resolution.
And Judge, on this one, Renee Parsons, she's a grant writer for Boyd County EMS. I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard me or not, but on this particular one, I spoke with Renee Parsons, the grant writer for the Boyd County EMS. They have applied for a grant through the Department of Justice Safe Streets for All program. And basically the communication systems, the network in Boyd County is outdated, as everybody knows. So they definitely need to update that. So they applied for a $25 million grant. And in order to do that, for us to even be in the running for that, they needed this ordinance resolution that we see traffic safety as a concern for the county. And that's what I prepared, and hopefully they can get that grant to update. Even if they get a couple $1 million, it's going to be a big help for the county.
Absolutely. So this is a resolution of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, affirming a commitment to improving traffic safety on local highways and roadways and setting a goal of 0 roadway fatalities by 2050. It's a good thing right here. Get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is approval of CPPP funding from Kentucky Transportation Department. They could have picked something else. Did this, Davey, did this replace? So this replaced discretionary, right? Okay. So this is a new program this year. Used to, we had the discretionary funds, which come directly from the governor's office, essentially. This put it back in more of the legislative hands. So looks like we've been got $129,000. And do we have roads for this already?
That's written in this. That's written in the thing.
Stevens Mead and Twin Ridges.
Stephen Mead and Twin Ridge. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Can I get a motion and a second to
So
adopt this
moved.
agreement?
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is Radio Service Monitor Bid Award. Mr. Hutchinson, will you please talk about this a little bit?
So, past several years, we've, of course, including mentioning the grant prior, as we've had an ongoing issue with systemic issues with our radio system here in Boyd County, affecting all public safety agencies. The lack of access to a service monitor without having to go through a third-party company, and for them themselves, the local shop, to have to pull that from another shop, incurring delays of responding to incidents with field unit complaints that their radios aren't working properly, or if a repeater's not working properly, or even just the equipment in general at their own shop. This puts this type of equipment in our hands for us to handle these issues locally. And by us obtaining this equipment, we'll be able to not only handle radio maintenance in-house for the county itself, but open that up to our neighboring agencies, such as the volunteer fire departments, EMS, police departments, and so forth.
So you see a cost savings essentially being able to do this in-house and offer it to
Correct.
local law enforcement.
By doing this in-house, we're saving anywhere from $125 to over $700 for a shop visit, depending on the severity of maintenance needed for a radio. Whether that radio is handled in-house by the shop at their regular tech labor, or if it has to be sent off the depot.
Can you go over what you told me the other day about the life expectancy of the machine that you're getting, and so forth, so on? And
Yes, sir. So the system as quoted, and I've included the quote in your all's packets, does include the first 5 years of calibration, maintenance, and warranty on the system. With proper maintenance and maintenance and calibration after those initial 5 years, which we would just look at extending that contract, this machine is expected to last up to 15 years, if not longer. There's similar units in service with different radio shops across the country that are at least 10 to 15 years old as is. The biggest thing is, of course, maintaining your maintenance equipment.
And we discussed this during your budget too. This was a budgeted item, and I think what we decided to do was put it out to bid, and then we received quote from a local bank, right, to finance this.
Correct.
You remember what that payment come out to?
I can look that up real quick.
I thought I had it here. I don't think I do. Takes that to me.
Everybody's eyes is on you.
Okay, so it was quite a long chain of emails. I apologize. So the loan amount for the equipment will be $71,000 with a monthly payment of $2,127.61. The annual rate on that being 4.99% for Members Choice Credit Union.
Okay. I think this is definitely something we need to pursue. We did budget this item. I think the bid amount come back higher than what we had budgeted, I believe.
Correct.
So what we decided to do is explore routes of financing to be able to offset this over X amount of years, and I think it was that on 3.
We initially looked at 2, but then expanded to 3 just to see what the payment options would be.
Okay. So we'd come in below the budgeted amount each year, and we could, next year when we do the budget, we can reallocate that back in at a lower amount.
Correct.
Commissioners, do y'all have any questions on this? Can I get a motion and a second?
so moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is purchase and sale agreement of camp investments. There'll be 2 of these back to back for 2 separate purchases. Curtis, I do need to ask you a question on this. Do we need to do the resolution and the agreement separately?
Yes, I mean,
Okay.
it's all one of the same, because
Okay.
I'm attaching it to the resolution.
Okay,
But yes,
so
they
really
both
we-
have to be signed, and
Okay, but we can just vote on the resolution for each, and that will cover the sale agreement.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So the first one would be a resolution of the fiscal court of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing Boyd County Judge Executive to execute agreement with Camp Investments LLC, a Kentucky limited liability company, for the purchase of real estate. So this is for the, I read the wrong one. I did. It says the same thing, though. No, this is for the first one's for Camp Investments, would be for the mall property itself. And I'll read this one too, because it is a little different. This is a resolution of the Fiscal Court of Boyd, of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing the Boyd County Judge Executive to execute Second Amendment to the agreement of purchase and sale with Camp Investments LLC. So this is for the 107, which I believe it come to right at 112,000 square feet, for the sale price of $6.27. $6,270,000, and this is for 112,000 square feet inside camp landing space. We'll own it, and this will be phased out as part of our sports complex for internals, including weight room, archery, pickleball. We're working on the finalized designs for that. So really excited for this, to get this closed and get to work on the demo of the interior space. So I get a motion and a second.
So moved. Go ahead.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook,
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury,
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes.
And that was the one that you had voted on back in May as well. So this, again, this is the Second Amendment agreement. This deadlines had to be extended. So this, again, was already done previously.
Since I'm not allowed to do that. All right, and the next one is a sale agreement of a 2-acre parcel with Camp Investments. I read this. This is a resolution of Fiscal Court of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing Boyd County Judge Executive to execute agreement with Camp Investments LLC, a Kentucky limited liability company, for the purchase of real estate. We are subject to appraised value when we purchase. That's what we have to go on, is what the appraised value is. The 2 acres of land out back that we will be purchasing come to $614,000, about $307 a piece. And then we're working a deal, a trade deal, a land swap for the acre of land that we owned in the front portion of Camp Landing when we originally done the purchase back in 2021 when we bought the Sears building and the acre out there for the farmers market. We're trading that parcel for a parcel out back. That will be a separate agreement. It's got to be incorporated into this, but that trade, the survey will be one essentially, and the purchase will be one, but we have to work that deal on how we word that trade. So this is solely for the purchase of the for $614,000 for 2 acres of land, based off the appraised value. Very important part. Very important part. Aaron, I'm looking at you. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
I don't think you really told what was going on that 2 acres. That's where our dome's going to be.
Oh, yeah. So that's where the 107,000 square foot air dome will be built. That will be the actual sports complex itself. That would be important if I said that. It said 107,000 square feet. This will house everything from basketball, volleyball tournaments to Comic-Cons to anything you can possibly imagine. This will really open the county up to be able to have a space, the whole county, a space large enough to house big events inside of it. Not only sporting events, but there's a whole other side to this that we haven't even really tapped, because Boyd County, Ashland, Calixburg, we've never been able to go after events of that magnitude just because we don't have the space for it. So this is a multi-use, multi-purpose facility that we're going to really market to the best of our ability with SFC and put out there and really bring some great things to Boyd County. So we're really excited for it, really are. Did I miss anything?
No.
All right. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook,
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury,
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. So you do have the sale agreements though, right? You just don't have the resolutions? Here's the resolutions. Here's the other one. Out of my hands now.
goodness.
Not allowed to have originals for that reason. Boyd County Tourism Board appointment, that will take place in the August 26th meeting next week. So next on the agenda is reappointment of David Darby to Summit Ironville Fire Department. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
We all agree.
We all agree. Clerk, can you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is reappointment of Carrie Collup to Library Board. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next is the appointment of Dustin Roll as Director of Sanitation District 1. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. Next on the agenda is county surplus items. Mr. Pruitt, you want to talk about this?
Yes, we've put together a few lists for some surplus items that need to be put out to be for sale, or if we're going to do an auction. We haven't set a date yet, but the first list is from the Boyd Convention and Arts Center. We're going to be surplusing 525 chairs. Those are the old blue chairs that's been there for over 10 years, still in pretty good shape. We're not using those anymore, so we're going to surplus those. All this information will be put on the website after the meeting's over, after your guys' approval. So we have that, and then we've got a few surplus list items from the road department. We've got the old Lee Boy 300 roller that we've had for a long time, a few of the Salt Dog V-box spreaders that we don't use anymore, and a few of the 10-foot Myers plows that used to be on the old Sterling trucks that we don't have anymore. And we also have the old crane. The old crane's going up. It needs to be surplus, so we're going to put that out for surplus as well. And then we are surplusing the Lee Boy paver. And we'll have it, whatever you want to set the reserve on that.
We'll definitely set a reserve on that one. Is there any other items that we need to set a reserve on?
We've got the chairs set at $50 a chair, and we don't have a number on the other road department equipment. We just need to we need to decide if you guys would want us to put on a county auction, or if we just want to put these back online.
Yeah, so the only other item that I think I'd be concerned with setting a reserve on would be those V-box spreaders.
Okay.
We bought them. They're practically brand new. We tried to set them in the back of the Mack trucks, the triaxles that we had, and it become a kind of a hassle to do so, get them in and out. So we ended up buying tailgate spreaders to put on there. If I remember right, which I probably don't, was them like 15 a piece? I think there was about 15,000 a piece. That's an item I think we definitely need to set a reserve on.
Sure.
They both have vibra plates too, don't they? Both got vibrators on. So would we have to set that reserve price today, or could we vote to set a reserve on it and do that when we list it online? Well, we'll vote to go ahead and surplus it and sell it, but can we set the reserve after this court meeting once we do some research? Can I set the reserve based off of, or do I need to set the price? May do the V-boxes on 26, just so we can do some research on them, see where we're at. Other than that, on the chairs, I'm good with those surplus items at $50 a chair, and the roller, we probably just need whatever. We'll just put it up for auction.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
We can just
then-
set the reserve on the paver today.
The paver, yeah, let's set that. Research on that. I think we need to set that reserve at about $95,000.
Yes.
It's a good paver. We bought that a few years ago. Just so we're clear on all that too, on why we'd be selling a paver. We need to talk about that. So there's two fronts here, right? We've got over 500 miles of road that we maintain, and we do a very good job at it. We don't have the budget capable to be able to come in and pave every road every single year. So we have each road laid out on a timeline and when we're gonna get to it. And in the meantime, we'll do patch jobs to be able to get the road through. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than having potholes everywhere and all that. So, I know roads, I've been doing this now for, I don't even know how long, 6 or 7 years, and roads are always the number one phone call that we get. I will say this, though. 6 or 7 years ago, we used to get hundreds of these calls all the time. And I'm looking at the road foreman right now, we used to get hundreds of these calls. And we've really got that down to where we get a few calls a week, maybe. So I'm very proud of what our guys have been able to accomplish out there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not blind. I know that they're not perfect. I understand that 100%. But we are, I don't even want to say chipping away at it because we're way past that. I mean, we've laid more blacktop in the past 7 years. It's probably been laid in the past 20. Before that, I would almost guarantee that. The paver to us, our cost to operate the paver versus the private sector to operate the paver, there's a pretty big difference there. The private sector can get a ton of blacktop down laid for we can't even get our paver out the door for that, essentially. So what we've done is we allocate funds each year to contracted paving and then in-house paving. What we've done this year is we've kind of rolled it all into one, and when we put out bids, we ask for, forget what they call it, but it's patch paving, it's skip patching is what they call it, I think, skip paving. We did receive a bid back for that. So we're gonna try the private sector route on that. We're gonna get out of the paving business, but we're still gonna be, we still have our cat roller. We've still be patching potholes, doing all that kind of stuff. Just think the bang for the buck, the cost associated with it, it was a lot better, really, to put it in the private sector's hands. Now, to be clear on that, we have plenty of work to do. We have plenty of cross pipes that need to be replaced, and ditching is a huge thing. I've discussed that in here before. We really need to shift our focus there. Due to these slips and FEMA disasters and emergencies, FEMA's really starting to come in now, and on these slips, if they see that you haven't done proper ditching or proper maintenance of the right-of-way, they can mark you off for that and say, hey, this one's on you. You didn't take care of the ditching. You didn't take care of the watershed, stormwater, runoff, none of that. So we got a lot of stuff we can focus on, but I want to make sure that that's crystal clear. We're not selling a paver because we don't want a blacktop anymore. I put our guys up against anybody in the private sector that can lay blacktop. They do a good job at it, and it looks great. But as far as the costs associated with it, we can lay more blacktop in the private sector than we can in-house. So that's why we'd be selling the paver. So that being said, get a motion and a second to declare these items surplus, and we will pick up the V-boxes next court meeting on the 26th once we do some research on them.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Oh, this will be and the 10-foot Meyer plows. No reserve on them either. All right. No discussion. Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook.
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury.
Yes.
Judge Cheney.
Yes. All right. Next, we'll move to transparency. Hyper reach update.
I just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update. We're transitioning from AlertSense over to HyperReach. And I wanted to give you all first the reason for that for those that don't know. We've been with AlertSense for 9 years. 2016 is the first time that we went to a multifaceted mass notification system. Prior to that, we were using a free service, which was very limited. We've had really good success with AlertSense. Really, we're content with it. But every year, we always do our due diligence, and we look at the contract, we look at other vendors. And this year, when we met with AlertSense in early spring, which we always do because of budget cycle, they informed us that they were no longer offering unlimited services, that there would be tiered packages. And 2 days later, after the meeting, they got us their proposal, and it was 125% increase, more than doubled. That was not feasible for us. We knew from the past years of looking at other vendors that we could get a very comparable, if not enhanced, system for the same cost that we were currently paying. So we had a committee formed. They reviewed all the different vendors. We narrowed it down to two, which was Everbridge and HyperReach. Everbridge is a very good service. At the end of the day, the committee chose HyperReach in the 1st of June. Really, the only difference was they felt like it was a little bit more user-friendly. So we started that process of transitioning on the financial and legal side, getting all the paperwork together and agreements ready, and then the other side was the back end, doing all the database uploads and getting the system built by their engineering folks. It is now ready. We've been actually using it on test environment for the past few weeks. We'll go live on August 30th. That's when the contract ends with AlertSense. It's live. AlertSense is still live. It's still being used until August 30th. But we will be transitioning over, and AlertSense will go away come August 30th. The capabilities are the same, pretty much. I mean, we do have some enhancements that I want to touch on real quick, but we still have the ability to reach out and do text, email, and voice calls. We can still geo-target. In other words, they can, whether it's using a mapping tool and drawing a polygon, or they can pick a street, they can pick a city within our county and send those messages strictly to only those folks. Or you can do a broadcast that goes, to everyone. They can pick the entire county. There is still the iPause access, which is what we use on the emergency side. That is the EAS system that goes across broadcast TV and radio, and also to all the wireless devices. We still have the same access we had before. Our agreement with FEMA transferred over, and it's in the system. So that's not going to change any. They do have some additional things that they have. They have web browser alerts, which we kind of like. It's kind of neat the way that works. And they also now are using smart devices, smart speakers. So Alexa is now can be enabled for HyperReach. I know a lot of folks have those, and that's a kind of a niche that is kind of new for us, but it is. They do have the ability to enable those. So I want to touch base with you on, first of all, why we changed, because it was not a decision we took lightly. We have kind of, even though there's been some price change over the last few years, we saw some differences that we could maybe save some money, but at the end of the day, the hassle of moving over to a new system was pretty good. So, but this was a hard line we couldn't cross with that kind of an increase. So that's the reasoning behind that. The second part I wanted to discuss was just how the public can sign up. We've been pushing a lot of information out on social media and with the media, and there's 5 or 6 different ways. There's a link that we have out there. It's on our website. There's also an alert that pops down when you open up the Boyd County website. It'll drop down and say, do you want to receive emergency alerts? And you click on that, and it'll allow you to sign up there. City of Ashland is going to be putting that on their website if it's not already there as well. But there's the link you can click on and sign up. There's a QR code out there on all the flyers and on the website and on social media that you can scan and sign up. You can call 606-254-1454, and you can do it over the phone, or you can text ALERT, A-L-E-R-T, to that same number, and you can also sign up there. And then you can also talk to your Alexa and ask her to enable HyperReach, and then they'll follow through some steps and do that. So there's multiple ways they can sign up. They can kind of customize what they want to receive, just like they could with AlertSense. And so right now, as of yesterday, our numbers are already higher than what we have with AlertSense on public sign-up. We only had 4,000, just under 5,000 on AlertSense, and as of yesterday, and it's only been open since mid-July, we've already got 7,049. So we're going to keep pushing that on the public sign-up. Understand that in order to receive true emergency alerts, you don't have to be signed up. It's not required. You will still receive those through the EAS and through emergency alerts because it uses the 911 database, the white pages. That's through the FEMA system, and that's how we can do that. But as far as the community alerts and those type of things, they can sign up for those. So I just want to touch base. If you all have any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them. But August 30th is our live date. And we've still got some training. We have another training tomorrow on the iPods, just how to access to it through the system. But for the most part, we're going to be working with our agencies over the next couple of weeks. They use it internally. That's the other side of this system that's so great. We use AlertSense as well, but a lot of our agencies use it to communicate with their staff, whether it's call-outs, overtime shifts, meetings and that kind of thing, trainings. So we'll be working with some of our agencies to use that to make sure that they know how to communicate on that side. So I just want to give you all an update because it's coming up pretty quick.
No, we appreciate it. I mean, we'll help push it too. I mean,
Yeah, and
all
y'all
of
have
us
been
will.
sharing. They've been sharing everything, and City of Ashland has been as well.
Good. All right, Tim, thank you very much. Next, we have community development update.
Good morning. Okay. So the first thing to talk about is Repair Affair. And Zach's going to put some slides up if you are watching on Facebook as well. So September 27th is Repair Fair this year. We have already closed project applications, but we do need volunteers. So if you have a group of people that would like to volunteer, it would be much appreciated. Families, church groups, civic groups, school clubs, anything like that, we can find a place for you to help out. So we would appreciate the help. And then the next thing is the hayride. So the Fall Hayride is scheduled for Sunday, October 19th. It'll be from 1 to 5, and we're doing it at the old Boyd County football field behind the preschool again this year. We did it there last year as well. So we'll have a hayride, food, inflatables, a petting zoo, free Kona ice, crafts. We'll even have a photo booth this year, so that'll be really fun. Courthead Does Photography will be there doing that. And then we'll also have a food drive, and all donations will go to River Cities Harvest. Last year, we collected over 1,800 pounds of canned food to donate, so it was awesome. I'd love to beat that. We've grown that every year, so bring lots of canned food, and we will get that donated as well. But a huge thank you to our sponsors for all of our events, because it wouldn't be possible without them. Next thing is Shelter 5 update. So this is what Shelter 5, it's a playground now, looks like at Armco Park. In May, we received the Crumb Rubber and Tire Drive Products Grant from Kentucky's Energy and Environment Cabinet. So we used that grant to do the surfacing at Shelter 5. It was already the poured rubber, but it had been there for a while and it was starting to get cracked and things like that. So we applied for the grant, received it. We got it updated. It's blue now, so I think it looks really nice. But this is an ADA playground. It stays very busy. The shelter stays booked. It is one of our most popular ones. So we are excited to offer that to the community, and a huge thank you to the Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet for that grant. So that is all that I have.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. I think next we have community comment. New business, commissioners.
I got a couple things. I see Hunter Boyd here, Northeast Kentucky Economic Development. Their new website's up. It's an incredible tool. I was just looking at it a little bit ago for recruitment, and that includes, it has the properties that are available in Boyd and Greenup County. So when we talk to businesses, they have the map available for it, and infrastructure, and even workforce development opportunities. So that's well done, Mr. Boyd. Incredible job.
Good man. He's going to give us an update in the next meeting, too.
Go get him up here. You miss him. He shakes his head.
Huh? Come on.
Just called him up. Like,
Call him out.
I appreciate Jeremy mentioning about our new website. It took longer than what I wanted to, but Wiser Strategies out of Lexington was great to work with. We got it down to where we really wanted to highlight that Northeast Kentucky is where industry meets entertainment. Boyd County's become that tourism hub with Sandy's Racing Gaming, Camp Landing, Sports Complex. And Greenup County has so much land along the Ohio River where it's prime for industry to bring in jobs. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. We're in the process of creating our own LinkedIn page, so that'll be the kind of our main place for where we announce ribbon cuttings, groundbreakings, updates on businesses. That'll kind of be the main spot for that. So our website and LinkedIn will be the kind of the two big spots. Since Bill Bevins is here today from the Kentucky Career Center, I want to talk a little bit about kind of where we stand with Green APU. So they are still working on renovating what we call the Gabbard building out at East Park. They're going to be finalized with that here in the next couple months. But what's great about Bill is, they are going to need to start hiring some people for that facility, and that'll be their installation facility where they'll put in these auxiliary power units. And Bill's done a great job of kind of connecting with them, understanding what jobs they need, and then blasting that out through their network and on Facebook and everything. So appreciate Bill, everything he's done for Green APU, and they were actually in town last week and got to connect with them, and they're super excited to get started up here and be one of our new tenants out at East Park. So that's kind of great to see that we've talked to them for a long time now, and it's finally coming to fruition. So that'll be phase one of their project, and we'll hope to have some announcements on phase two here sometime soon. Just also want to kind of hit on collaboration. That's what Northeast Kentucky Economic Development's all about. Boyd and Greenup working together. Just a couple months ago, we had a ribbon cutting out at MightyCon. It wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Judge Cheney and Judge Hall working together on that project to bring it out there. We've seen Strasser Construction come to the Riverport. Once again, collaboration between Boyd and Greenup counties. Makes me proud that, with my dad being from Greenup and my mom from Boyd, being a product of the two counties, we're going to only be better together. And that's better together is a quote that Scott Martin uses all the time down at the chamber. So if anybody ever wants to connect with me, my office has moved down to the chamber office on Winchester Avenue. We'll get together anytime you want to. Scott's been a great collaborator. I call him my tag team partner because he's great at making those introductions, and I come in with the facts and statistics. So we're been a great pair these last few months down there. But I'm open to any questions or comments.
We did anything with that other building out at East Park? The other one on the right-hand side of the road? I thought there was a rumor about a gas company or something that he was going to bring in there. Shannon was.
The big building?
The big building.
Yeah, they're actually working a deal. There's a deal taking place right now with that building.
I thought that, I didn't know.
Nothing final yet. It all gets final, we'll be able to announce it. But yeah, there's things in the work there. I mean, building sat for, we talked about it
forever.
It was 25 years built as a spec building. You just sat there, finally got it sold and got it moved. And it don't matter about how much money you make off of it. You're government. You don't need the money. Just find a way. You're going to make it back up in taxes for the rest forever anyway. Just get the building to somebody.
Exactly.
And let the private sector do what they do best. Find a way to make money and put people to work, right? So thank you for everything that you do. It's been good seeing two counties work together like this. And, this was something that wasn't here necessarily the whole time. We've been able to put it together, piece it together, and find a way to work together and make it work. So thank you for all the work that you do, and we look forward to hearing many more announcements.
All right, thank you all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, you can.
Has that ever stopped you before?
I'm pretty sure if I'd have said no, you would have come up here anyway.
Okay. Well, a couple of years ago, I wrote an op-ed about East Park because I was so concerned about it.
Yeah.
And at that time, Paul Patton said in the late 90s, he said, in 20 years, I want you to look back and see what all has gone on.
Yeah.
And heartbreakingly, it wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I was so concerned about that, and I appreciate you all running it. And today, to hear this good news, it does my heart good. This is what our community needs. And I'm just so happy about it. So anyway, I want to thank everybody. I feel like we're on the right track. And I'm just happy. That's all I can say. I'm happy. So
Good. That's good. Well, there's many more announcements in the coming months that'll be coming out of East Park. As soon as we get some signatures on a dotted line, we'll be good to go. So
good. That's what we need. Thank you.
absolutely. You got something else too, don't you, Jeremy?
Got one more. It's close to the heart, but it matters. I want to take a moment. I had to type this up. Take a moment to recognize one of our Boyd County citizens who, over the weekend in Paducah, was honored for an incredible career in competition. He's currently the acting president of the Ashland Gun Club, which is located in Rush, which makes a lot of sense. Ashland Gun Club in Rush, and currently the vice president of the Kentucky Skeet Shooting Association. For the last 28 years, he's been a part of the National Skeet Shooting Association with over 105,000 registered targets. Multiple state championships, as well as just 2 years ago winning the Kohler, which is brand, Mid-American 12-Gauge Championship in 2023. However, to me, the most impressive accomplishment that this gentleman has fulfilled is that he's personally coached, trained, and influenced, from right here in Boyd County, state-winning 4-H shooters, championship teams, and young shooters who have gone on to receive college scholarships from developing their skills right here in our area. What I've learned from his example is that when you have a passion for something and you enjoy it and you pursue it, it develops a community. Not only do you grow, but you enhance those around you, and they become better too. So this past weekend, congratulations to Mr. Joe Charles for being elected into the Kentucky State Skeet Association Hall of Fame from right here in our community. So it's very impressive. My kids call him Pappy. He's my father-in-law. So great job to him.
That's awesome.
Good thing.
It's a great thing.
Great thing.
Good.
He said a good thing. All right. Anybody else? You got anything else? All right. Next meeting will be, we'll have a special meeting, and in that meeting, we'll be setting the tax rates. This will be August 26th, next week. We're waiting to get all the tax rates sent to us so we can compile them, put them on a list, and read them off to everybody. So,
Answer all the questions we normally
yeah.
answer.
Then our next, that'll be a special meeting, August 26th, regular meeting, September 9th. Other than that, we're all good. Get a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Pretty sure all in favor. Thank you all very much.